It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see DJ Moore. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Blues of St. Louis taking on the Dragons of Tokyo. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here. And partner, let's examine this Tokyo ball club as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're in a real groove of... Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And here's Brad Robbins now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise...
There he goes, right side! And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And some room to run now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run for the first time with James Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. The open man here, Renfro. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 yards there at a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win-win for the giver speech. I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jeffrey Simmons, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Complete. It's Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
They'll toss this right side to Singletary. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And a catch made by Johnson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against him because you're running away from people on it.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 4.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try to get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that in the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Tua going to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 42-yard line.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes they're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They juked him. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he'll find Moreau here. And he goes out right around the 39. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. This now a 3rd and 4. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
On 3rd down, Lawrence can't get away, and he's taken down. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. There's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And take it right on the 30. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, it's Tua. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Tua. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards for number 11. 2 and now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fields. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And the half will begin with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Now Lawrence. It's complete. Burks. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback. They also...
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jeffrey Simmons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Taken in at the 22. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The coverage by Bobby Okereke.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Let's take it at around the 40. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring them back within 4. So it's 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3. But I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all. But the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us, let us go for it. We'll see if that is a problem for them moving forward in this game.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. 2 now on first down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw them.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerome Johnson from 13 yards out. And the Dragons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
Lawrence's throw is on target to Burks.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. It's Lawrence.
Down man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's 3rd down.
But to throw again is Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Marcus May with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard.
Singletary again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Dragons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st down, Blues.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got Renfro on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Gain of 13 yards. And the St. Louis 1st down.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. He gets this one to Burks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st down, Blues.
Lawrence will throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Aleem McNeil breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Singletary to get the drive started. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll get this down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Tokyo,
they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.